Welcome food travelers to episode here in Taoyuan, Taiwan. In this episode, we share our breakfast buffet from the Holiday Inn Taoyuan Airport Hotel. This restaurant is located in the Millennium Hall behind the lobby on the first floor, and it is open daily from 6:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. And from their website, it does state that there is a $16 optional additional cost per person. And if you are a IHG member, and they do have a special discount on that, and at times it can be included as part of the stay. So you definitely want to check in on that with the hotel. And this daily breakfast buffet, it does include noodles, Taiwanese congee, fresh fruit, salad, and European breads. And on their website, it also does state there's no takeaway option available as stated on that site. And since it is located inside their banquet hall, there is a lot of seating. I think there is something like 60 tables. And as I was dining here, I saw a lot of tour groups just eating everywhere. It was pretty busy.
Even from what I saw from the video, Mike, it kind of looked like at least it was pretty proper setup. You know, there's other hotels I've seen where they do offer breakfast buffets and everything like that, but it's more like a temporary thing. You bring these temporary heaters, put in the food, they heat it up and everything. But this one seems a little bit more proper, like they kind of thought about it even before. You know, so they had to have a section and have things set up to know that they were going to do it. So it was nice to see that, because it seems like this day and age, the buffet, it's all moving from kind of like normal buffet places into just what hotels offering them, and then just the standalone restaurants are starting to go away, especially that places like Vegas, where definitely, you know, you're losing all the buffets over there. So it was nice to see that this hotel still provide them, but you know, sometimes you do have, as I mentioned earlier, it's not a proper buffet. It's just kind of a spot that they set up temporarily just for the breakfast items.
Yeah, and that is one reason why I decided to book this hotel. This hotel is actually located across from Sheraton and a couple other hotels, and when I was staying in this hotel, it was actually more of a layover, and I was just leaving that day, and I wanted something that had a pretty decent breakfast available. And on their website, they actually do show like 20 images of this buffet. You can literally see what you're expecting, and it looks exactly the way you see it in this walkthrough. Pretty much the same items. Maybe some of the fruit they change here and there, I believe, depending on the season, but pretty much the same layout. Everything is really crystal clear on their website.
Would you say there was anything specifically more offered in terms of Taiwanese specialized foods that they offered, and it was pretty good?
Yeah, for sure. It's the ro fan, which is the pork over rice. That's a very traditional or popular street food item that many Taiwanese would get often when you're in Taiwan, and that's something that they have here, and I think it tastes really good. The only thing I think they're missing is maybe like a egg, but I think you can just add that yourself because it's a buffet. It's easy to do. Another thing I did want to mention is the two staff that were in this room. When I was watching me, I could see that every time I scoop something, they'll go back and like mix it up again, and they'll talk in Taiwan in Mandarin, and they'll talk about how the presentation is and how fresh everything is. And I see them constantly like stirring the food and putting it back together, making it nice and presentable, and bringing fresh eggs out almost like, I don't know, every 20-30 minutes. It's all steamy hot.
Yeah, just looking at your video, I mean, it looks like the presentation-wise, they really put a lot of time and effort into it, because it's super clean. It just looks like, you know, there's pieces kind of here and there for a lot of places, but the buffets that really want to present a really nice, clean place, they constantly are always cleaning, and that's what, like when we go to, you know, we've gone to so many buffets, and you notice the difference between the really good ones and the ones that are, you know, kind of lacking, where they just don't care. One of the examples, Micah, was like our visit to the Luxor buffet, which of course is no longer there, but when we were there last, it's just like you see pieces of food just strewn around everywhere as people are digging, and nobody's cleaning it up right away. So you can just tell that the care for the presentation is minimal, which also means that probably the food is also minimal care. In this case, it looks like they really cleaned up, and it seems like they really want that freshness to kind of come out. So it seems like they put a lot of effort into it.
Yeah, and another thing is you see the amount of plates there are underneath every single station. That's something that you don't see often, especially in other buffets. Even the most popular buffets that we go to, they're always running out of plates. But in this scenario, in this buffet, they did a really good job, like constantly making sure it's stacked high. And I think this buffet, this hotel, they did a really good job. I mean, it's too bad it's so far away from the city, but at the same time, I mean, yeah, it's by the airport. It's really close to the airport. So if you are in like Taiwan and you're looking for something close to the airport and you know you're gonna be hungry the next day, this is a really, really good option for that.
Yeah, originally I was thinking like, why didn't you want to stay near the airport? Because we both went to Taiwan multiple times, and where the airport is compared to where the actual main part of the city, it's a good distance. I would say 45 minutes to an hour by train, especially, and that's if you're taking the express train. And so it's quite a ways. But now that I knew that you were staying just as a layover, it made more sense. And so this actually made sense. So it was nice that you actually have this choice, because if you had I guess a place that didn't offer anything really good, then it would have sucked to have a layover where you didn't have something good to eat prior to taking your flight.
Yeah, for sure, and actually pretty good location. But overall, like I said, this is a really good hotel, really good offering with a very presentable and very enjoyable buffet for something so close to the airport. Definitely check this one out.
And to wrap up the episode are our notables, and unfortunately for this episode we did not have any notables.
And to support our channel, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for the YouTube algorithm. And for more photos, follow us on Instagram. See you guys on the next episode.